I'm going to do a video here on how to set up the Workforce 7210 on a Windows machine. Just want to point out a couple things. The best way is to have the printer or to have the computer find the device instead of going to Epson and downloading the latest driver, because the latest driver has some applications in it that'll do auto updating, and it could prove, or it could make the cartridges not work anymore, the aftermarket cartridge not work anymore. So the best thing to do is just go add printer and scanner, let it look for the printer, it'll add it, and that's it. Don't install any more Epson software than that. And then click out of that. Here's the PrintFAb toolbox. I'm assuming that you've already got it downloaded in your system. And then we're going to go ahead and add a printer. So go to add. It'll look for whatever printers on your system. 7210, we'll hit continue. And then there's going to be two drivers, the 7210 and the 7210 HQ. Let's go with the HQ, that's the latest driver. Hit continue, hit OK. It's going to take a minute to download. Okay, so now the printer is installed on this computer. We'll go to print settings. This new driver, the HQ driver, is pretty good as it stands. The only thing I would change is you can go to A3 Plus, which is gonna be 13 by 19, and then the tray, you want to go, let's see, automatic feed, rear feed, you want to go rear feed. Quality, we can go up to 4800 DPI. Archival matte, that's the one you want to use. Leave all three of those in the middle. And let's go to options. Let's leave all those the same. Advanced settings, mirror output off. Special screen printing, halftone screen mode. You need to change this to single black. Leave that, the screening saturation, leave that to default. If you get any banding in the film, you can go ahead and change that up in 10% increments, but I've found that, or actually 20% increments, I guess, that the default setting in this new driver is pretty good. Here's where you can change your line, the size of your dot, the angle of the dot, and the shape of the dot. I'm going to leave those as default right now. And then here's your cartridges. You can go ahead and leave those all enabled. We're going to hit apply, and that's going to save all our PrintFAb settings. So the PrintFab's ready to go. So we just need to open up a software and print something. Okay, so we got the document opened up. We can go ahead and draw whatever image we want to draw. If you go, let's find Windows. Let's see, swatches. Open up color. So there's 100% black. That'll print solid on the film. If we change anything, it'll just change to halftone. So if we want a 50% halftone, we just change that to 50. And there we go, we got a 50% halftone. We can do another box. Top, we'll call that 100%. So now you can have a solid box and a halftone box. This one's going to knock out this area on this film. And that's all you got to do. If you don't want to if you want to color your image with spot colors, what you can do, let's see if I can find it. Where's the swatches? You can change any color to spot color just by double clicking on it, and then go from process color to spot color. And now it's got this little dot in the corner. That means it's a spot color. So that means the printer is going to see this as a solid color. And again, if you want it to be halftone, you can just change the slider to whatever. Now it's going to be a halftone. There's also Swatch Libraries in here. This is kind of, oops, where's the swatches? Swatch Libraries, open Swatch Library. You can go to color books. It's got a bunch of different stuff. Pantone solid coated is what most screen printers use. Now you can color whatever color you want, and the printer is going to see each one of these spot colors as a solid color. So it's not going to read it as RGB or CMYK. It's not going to print multiple pieces of film with this. It's only going to print this one film right here. So that's how you do it. So you can use I guess my point is you can either use 100% black or a percentage of black, leave all the sliders at 0, or you can color it with a spot color by opening up the whatever, these Pantone, any of the Pantone books will work. So there you go, we have a 2-color design. Now when we go to print, what we can do is go File, Print. Here's our design. We're going to choose the correct printer. And then we go to Setup. Here's the printer we just chose. We can go to Preferences. This has all the same settings we just saved, so we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. If you do want to change the settings for this particular document, then you can go ahead and change the line, screen, or angle, whatever. You can change it all right here, and then hit OK. And that's only going to change it for this one particular document. Then we go ahead and hit Print. So now we're back into Illustrator. If we want to print this 2-color design, we go to Output, Composite, Separations. Now it's seeing the Process Black halftone square, this gray one, and Pantone Violet C, this one. So it's going to print a 2-color design. So we'll go ahead and, okay, so let's send this job to the printer. So here's the PrintFAb preview. We've got page 1 and page 2. So there's our gray box. It's getting knocked out by the blue, purple design box that's on top. So there's the purple box on top. The printer sees it as black. See how it's nice and solid. This one's 50%, so that's going to print as a halftone. You can double check your settings here to make sure that they're saved and it's not defaulted to some other setting. And now we're ready to go. So let's hit Print and Exit. Alright, so here's the 7210. We just sent the job to the printer. I just want to show you how we loaded the film into the back of the printer through the rear paper tray. It's printing. Actually prints pretty fast. I'm just going to let this go so you can kind of get an idea how fast the printer goes. Alright, so there's our halftone screen. And then it's going to yell at me because it wants another sheet of film, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this and stick another sheet of film in there. Okay, so I stuck the second sheet of film in the paper tray. You're going to have to load one sheet at a time. You're not going to be able to multi-load film in this machine. It's going to ask me for the second sheet. I'm going to hit yes. So now it's going to start printing the second sheet. there's our 2 sheets of film. Got our halftone screen, and then we've got our solid black square. So I'm going to take this over to the densitometer. I'm going to get a reading on the film, and let's check this thing out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the pauses. All right, so here's our 2 sheets of film. I'm stuck it on the light table so we can kind of get an idea what we're looking at here. So there's the 2 separations. We got our solid black square, and then we got our halftone square at 50% dot. They fit together nicely. I didn't put any registration marks on there, but you can if you want. So that's it. I just want to, we got our color, what is this? A transmission densitometer here. This thing measures the Dmax of the ink. A Dmax is a rating from 1 to 4. It tells you how dark the ink on the film is. Typically anything above 2 will burn a screen. Anything close to 4 is image setter. So you want to get as close to 4 as you can. Let's see what this particular one does. So you just put it under the thing, get a reading. Reading of 3.39. That's pretty dark. That's getting close to image setter darkness right there out of a pretty inexpensive Epson printer. So that's using the Film Direct dye black ink. So pretty good. So I'm going to make a couple more notes on the thing. But yeah, here's your film. Two color separations. Print in a few minutes on a Workforce 7210. Thanks.